What's up everybody, this is the Phase Reviews YouTube channel. My name is Jordan, and if you are new here, thank you for joining me, and if you're a subscriber, welcome back. Today on the review table, I have this. This is a battery-powered wireless security camera with a solar panel. It comes from the company BOIFUN, I think is how you say it. I've reviewed one of their products in the past, their portable screen for laptop computers or for viewing movies. It was a great product and the company was awesome to work with, and now they've sent me this security camera for review. And what makes this security camera unique is that it is battery operated, and it also includes a solar panel for charging without having to connect to a wired power supply. This is great for someone like me who is a renter who doesn't want to install a camera and run a wire through the wall or find an area where there's already an outlet available. And today in this review, I'm going to show you what comes in the box with this camera. I'm going to tell you about my experience setting it up and using it, and then let you know whether or not I think it's worth picking one up for yourself. Now, before we get started, if you're not already, I would love for you to become a subscriber, hit the notification bell, leave a comment, like this video. It helps the channel grow so I can keep bringing you awesome product reviews. But enough of that, let's dive into taking a look at this BOIFUN security camera. Okay, so you can see I've kind of got everything already on the table. Normally I do an unboxing, and I did film one earlier, but I just wanted to play with this and use it for a while, and then I wasn't able to get it back in the box as pretty as usual, so you're gonna watch the unboxing overlaid while I talk about this camera. Now, I mentioned in the intro that I think this camera is perfect for people who are renters, who are in an apartment, and who aren't really able to make big changes to their home. A security camera is nice for guarding your valuables, guarding your home. I think it's important in the world we live in. If you take pride in the things that you own, unfortunately, if you don't own your house, then it's difficult to run wires through the walls if you didn't build your house from scratch. And honestly, that's just a lot of effort if I'm gonna move in a few years. So a camera that is able to be charged via the sun using a solar panel and is battery powered is a lot more appealing to me. This camera also has a couple other unique features which we're going to get into in a second, but you're seeing the unboxing right now. On top of the box, when you first open it up, you're going to have the manual and the solar panel. The manual is a full color manual. It's very thick. It's got a lot of good, easy to read instructions for setting up the product. And as far as setup goes, if you've ever set up any other smart home automation type product, a wireless outlet or bulb, it's the same process. You just have to pair the light to your Wi-Fi network, use the app that you download, and it will walk you through all the steps to set the light up. It only took me a couple of minutes. It did a firmware update as soon as I installed it, and it was ready to go probably under 3 minutes. Now, the solar panel that it comes with is not too large. It's lightweight. It should be no problem to mount this to the exterior of my home. And it feels like it will, withstand the elements just from touch. We will see with time how it holds up. This is just a first look kind of overview. I will give you a long-term progress report of this light in the future. Now, as far as the light itself, it's a very nice, hefty quality. We'll kind of take a closer look in a second, but they also include the mounting hardware, the screws, and the drywall anchors if you're going to mount this in drywall. And there's a mounting bracket, which is quite simple to use. The mounting bracket has 4 holes that get screwed into the wall, whether that be cinder block or the external wall of your home. And then there are 4 thumb turnable screws that attach the bracket to the light or the camera itself. So very simple to operate, and there's also a USB cable in there, USB to USB micro, and that's for transferring data from the camera to your computer or for charging the camera from a wall socket instead of the solar panel. So, that's the unboxing. It comes in a nice package. It looks good. Now, the camera itself, I've got it in front of me here. And one of the cool things about this camera is that it is movable and you can control it remotely. So this body of the camera swivels and also tilts up and down. So even though it has a very wide angle of the camera, if you do need to adjust it to look at a different area, you can do that from the app on your phone. The construction quality is very nice. It feels very heavy and hefty. Very sturdily built. There's not really any play or wobble in this. It is a plastic body. The bracket is metal, and certain components on this are metal, but it just feels solid in my hands. Now, there's a couple of antenna on top to supposedly, I'm guessing, boost the Wi-Fi signal. Just keep in mind this uses 2.4G Wi-Fi, not 5G. Most smart home products don't use 5G Wi-Fi, but just wanted to point that out to you. Now, on the camera itself, there are two little rubber kind of doors here. The one on the body, the base of the camera, is for plugging in the USB cable for charging or data transfer. The solar panel also plugs in here. And the one on the camera body holds the SD card slot. I can show you that actually. Let me pull this cover off. The SD card slot, as well as the, how do I turn this? The power and the reset button. Okay, so this camera is powered off right now. If I just hold the power button for 5 seconds, I believe, it will turn on. There's a light that flashes on the front of the camera, so you can kind of see that right there. Okay, it will turn blue when it connects to the Wi-Fi, and mine shouldn't take too long to do that because I've already connected it in the past. You can follow the guide to do that. This isn't a full setup video, but it's very simple to operate. So that's kind of what comes in the package. You've got your solar panel, your camera, a couple cables, and the mounting hardware. Now I'm going to give you a quick view of the app and the functionality of this light. I was able to take it outside. First and foremost, it's not mounted on my wall right now or on the outside of my house, and that's simply because I wanted to do testing, take it down, modify things, put a card in, take it out, and I couldn't do that if it was screwed into the cement on my house, the stucco and the cinder blocks. So I haven't mounted it yet, but I did put it out in the backyard, plugged into the solar panel, and looked at the app, and lo and behold, it was charging. So the solar panel works. The battery remained at 100% throughout the sunny day. Overnight, it started to dip, but the solar panel did refill it the next day. So I can confirm that the solar panel will keep this light and its battery charged. It has night vision built in, it has motion detection built in, and it will also track motion via the sensor. So if someone walks through the camera and you know past the camera and you have that setting turned on, the camera will follow the motion, which is very nice if it's not pointing at quite the right area. The motion detection sensitivity can be adjusted up or down depending on if you're close to a road or it's picking up too many things. You can adjust that yourself. It's a full HD camera, 1080p. It looks pretty similar to any other security camera I've tested. You can toggle the settings between standard definition and high definition. I imagine most people will leave it on high regardless. Now, it does not have any built-in storage, and like most security cameras, they want you to buy the cloud storage. You can pay a monthly fee for that, or you can load in a memory card, I think up to 128 gigs, so plenty of storage space. It will just continuously record in a loop, delete the old footage, record new footage, and that works just fine. So you'll format that for the camera, plug it in, and then set up your record settings on the app. So let me show you the app. I'm not going to give you a full rundown of every feature, but I'll show you some of the highlights. The app for this camera is called Cloud Edge, and if I click the icon and open it up, this is the main screen. Now, I have my camera right here. If I had more than one, they would appear underneath. You could also organize your cameras according to location up here at the top. I just have the one, so there it is. At the bottom, there's a button called Messages, which will show you things like motion detection. If it sees something go in front of the sensor, it will alert you, and that will appear here. There's also a button labeled Me, which is my profile. But I'm going to click the camera right here. Once I hit play, it's going to take a second to kind of load up the image. And then if I hold my phone off to the side, you can see it there. I can wave at the camera, and that's the image. Now, this is the live view from the camera. You can see history, and you can kind of go forward and backwards and look at the previous footage. There's no SD card in right now, but if there was, it would be recording continuously. There's also a button for the cloud if you want to pay to put your footage on the cloud. Now, this main screen is where you see all of your different functions. So you can take a screenshot. You can do an intercom to talk through the camera outside, you know, if you have a delivery person or a visitor. You can also hit record to save a certain clip. You can click motion detection to adjust the sensitivity and what happens when it detects motion. But the most important for me is PTZ, which is position. If I click this, a little D-pad appears, and I can adjust by clicking left or right the positioning of the camera. So you can see it's turning right now. I can also click up or down to adjust where the camera is pointing. So if I click up, hey, there's me. And if I click down, it'll go back down. So it's not too big of a delay, but there is just a touch there. Okay, so that's PTZ, that's position. And then lastly, there's an album of all the snaps or images that you save. You can adjust some of the camera settings up here at the top. And there's, of course, ads for the cloud storage program up there at the top. So that is the BOIFUN wireless solar and battery powered security camera. Honestly, this is a great solution, again, for renters, apartment dwellers, people that can't hardwire a camera into their house or find a location near an outlet. It's got a great build quality. The solar panel works. It keeps it charged. I love that you can move the camera around from the app. Night vision, motion sensitivity, all of the features you would expect to see. And honestly, at the price point, it's great. It comes in right around, I think it's around $100, maybe a little bit more. And to me, that's a great value for something like this. I will give you a report in the future of how this holds up long-term in the elements, whether or not it lasts. But from the other reviews that I've seen online, it does seem to withstand the elements. Now, I live in Florida, so plenty of rain, so we'll test the waterproofness of it. Not as much snow here, although the past week has been freezing, but we'll report back in the future. Now, if you want to pick one of these up, go ahead, click the link down in the description. You can buy through there, support the channel. I would, of course, love you for it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.